All right, let's dive into a car that might just shake up the whole electric SUV game, the brand new Volvo EX60. We're talking about a vehicle that promises some seriously impressive range, speed, and that classic smart Volvo design. So let's see if it's really all it's cracked up to be.
You know, Volvo isn't just taking an old model and stuffing a battery in it. Nope. They built the EX60 from the ground up on a completely new all-electric platform. The big idea? To set a whole new standard for what a family EV can really be. So, what's the magic that makes it so different?
Okay, let's get right to it and tackle the three things every single EV buyer thinks about: range anxiety, how long it takes to charge, and of course, performance. And this is where the EX60 spec sheet starts to get really interesting. First off, say goodbye to range anxiety. The EX60 can deliver up to 640 kilometers. That's nearly 400 miles on just one charge. How? Well, it's got a massive 112 kilowatt-hour battery packed in there. This thing is built for some serious cross-country road trips. And what about waiting around for it to charge? Yeah, those days are pretty much over. With its 400 kilowatt DC fast charging, the EX60 can juice up with over 170 miles of range in just 10 minutes. Seriously, that's just enough time to grab a coffee and you're good to go for hours. Now, having great range and fast charging is one thing, but this is a performance vehicle we're talking about. So how does all that electric muscle actually feel on the road? Let's take a look at the numbers.
So Volvo is giving you three flavors of performance to choose from. It all starts with the P6, a rear-wheel drive model with a very healthy 369 horsepower. Then you can step up to the all-wheel drive P10, which jumps you to 503 horsepower. But the real showstopper, that's the P12, an all-wheel drive beast with a jaw-dropping 671 horsepower.
So what does 671 horsepower actually feel like? Well, it feels like going from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 3.9 seconds. That is genuine sports car speed, but in a practical family SUV. All the versions have a top speed limited to 180 kilometers per hour, which is about 112 miles per hour.
But you know, having all that raw power is kind of useless if the car isn't smart enough to handle it. The XC60 is built on a totally new architecture that's just as intelligent as it is powerful. Let's peel back the layers and see what's going on underneath. The secret sauce here is the new SBA3 platform. See, the battery isn't just some heavy block bolted to the bottom of the car. It's actually a structural part of the car's frame. It's a really clever design that cuts down weight, lowers the center of gravity, and makes the whole thing handle better and be way more efficient. Inside, the cockpit is super clean, super modern. You've got these huge touchscreens and a really slick infotainment system. And because it's a Volvo, of course, it's loaded with all the latest and greatest safety tech. But honestly, one of the biggest tech decisions they made has nothing to do with the inside of the car. It's about the plug. That's right, the EX60 is the very first Volvo that's going to come with the NACS port, the Tesla-style plug, as standard. For anyone driving in North America, this is a total game changer. It means you can just pull up to a Tesla supercharger and plug right in, no adapters, no hassle. That solves one of the biggest headaches for non-Tesla EV owners. Okay, so all this amazing performance, incredible range, and smart tech sounds fantastic. Which, brings us to the big question: what is all this futuristic driving actually going to cost? In Europe, the starting price is pegged at just under 63,000 euros. If you translate that, you're looking at roughly 73,000 US dollars. That price tag puts the EX60 right in the middle of the ring with some other heavy hitters in the premium electric SUV market. And it's really important to keep in mind, that's the starting price in Europe. For other markets, like Pakistan for instance, you're going to see that price go up once you factor in import duties and local taxes. Still, when you think about the performance and tech you're getting, it's a pretty compelling package for that premium price. So when you take a step back and look at the whole picture, the power, the tech, the price, what does it all mean? What is this car really saying about where the electric market is headed? This car was designed and built in Volvo's backyard in Torslanda, Sweden, and it's scheduled to make its big debut in 2026. And when it arrives, it's not just going to be another option on the market. It's positioned to be a serious challenger, ready to go toe-to-toe with the big names in the premium EV world. So let's just recap the biggest points here. The Volvo EX60 brings a massive 640-kilometer range, backs it up with incredibly fast charging, and offers mind-blowing performance. And it's all built on that clever new platform, wrapped up in Volvo's signature safety and cool Scandinavian style.
Look, on paper, the EX60 has everything it needs to challenge the absolute best in its class. It tackles the big EV worries, range, and charging head-on, while delivering performance that can embarrass supercars. So the real question is, can a brand that's famous for safety completely reinvent itself as a leader in electric performance and change the luxury SUV game for good? We're definitely going to be watching to find out.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe my channel.